Hey, MJ and Snow. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. It's me, Judy Gold. I wanna wish Reality Redemption with MJ and Snow a happy 6th anniversary. That is pretty awesome. 6th anniversary. So you started during COVID, and which was awful. It was an awful time. I actually enjoyed COVID. I'm gonna let you know. Like, I loved having nothing to do, not having to travel, just being able to stay home as someone who has, been on the road most of my adult life. But I know COVID was horrible for a lot of people. And so that was 6 years ago. And things have just gotten so much better since. Just kidding. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this country, with this world. But it is scary. But the most important thing is laughter. We have to laugh. That is the only way we're going to get through this. Humor, satire, and, who knows what's ahead. I thought it couldn't get worse, and it did. So what the fuck? Listen, I feel like I need to be a guest on your show. Okay? I know you have other comedian friends that you love, but come on. Seriously? Have they made videos for you? No. All right, maybe some of them have. But, I've been there since the beginning. All right, 4 years in. But I have been there for a long time, and you need to have me as a guest. So I just want to let you know I'm very busy. I'm on the new Hulu show, Not Suitable for Work. You'll be seeing me in the Larry David HBO series about the 250th birthday of our country. We're 250 years old. So we're basically teenagers. We're a teenage country, and we're acting like a bunch of fucking idiots. But I think it's Life, Larry, and the Pursuit of Unhappiness is the name of the show. Or maybe not. It's on HBO. So I'm in the 4th episode. But listen, I'm busy. I'm performing. I'm on TV, thank God. And it's really not easy. It's not easy. The gas fucking sucks. Everything is so fucking expensive. The flights are out of control. I never have a smooth flight anymore. It's always some fucking problem at the airport. There's a lot. But you know what? I can still laugh. And so can you. So here is, I'm wishing you, as we say in Yiddish, nachas, which is just goodness. Bring a joy. I hope that you have joy in your life. I hope you have laughter in your life. And here's to 6 more years. And hopefully things will be better then, because I'm going to be really old. Happy anniversary!
K Snow.
KMJ.
All right, let's get into this. All right, we're right in the smack dab middle of Freedom 250. How patriotic are we feeling?
No.
Yeah,
No?
Okay, so I feel, I don't like what they've turned the whole patriotic thing into. And when I say they, I mean MAGA, because I'm like, I feel like myself and all of my friends, close friends, I feel like we are a million times more patriotic than these fucks.
Yeah, and let's just be sure. Hey, Sid.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Yeah, we have Sid's here today.
Back again.
Yeah.
All right. Sid makes a really great co-host when you're absent.
I know, right? I know. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you do.
No, but let's listen to it a little bit, because I'm kind of torn, because I do love this country. And
it's their home.
the reason why I'm so upset about everything going on is because I love this country, and this country isn't for the 30% of the country that supports us.
We have a wonderful country. We have mostly free country. I say mostly because the Constitution recently, with our government, has been trampled all over, and it just seems like the way society is and the way that they've made us numb is that we're just letting it happen. And for me, I think that we do live in the greatest country in the entire world. We live in the most richest country in the entire world. But
that we do.
We do. But we also, to be the greatest country and to be great is to take care of their members of the country. And we don't do that very well.
And
Like that is, so what you just said, that's actually something that JFK used to always say. If you're going to be like if you're going to be the ruler, if you're going to be the big guy on the block, you have to still take care of
your people.
Your own people, but you have to take care of other countries too that you have allies with. That's your responsibility for being the leader.
The biggest country, the greatest country.
Yes, but that's your responsibility for being the leader.
Right, and
you're the leader.
It starts within. So if our people within our country are healthy and are thriving and are not homeless and not drug addicted and not doing, and are sustaining, then that makes us more powerful as a country and as the greatest country. We don't do that very well. We do not do that at all.
You know what? Well, it's because you know what the problem is with that said. Then you got like billionaires that they can't have like 10 yachts, and then they feel like they're losing if they can't have like 10 yachts and like a mansion in every fucking state, then they are being taken from by these people who just don't deserve, things that should be rights, like healthcare, like stuff like that, like food,
And I did the math the other day, and I want to put this into perspective of where we are as a country. We went into war with Iran in February, right? And the amount of days it takes between that peace deal and the $300 billion peace deal, we could have fed
there's no peace deal. We just bought
that's right. We could have fed the starving Americans in our country for 111 years. Every starving American in that time.
Isn't that the thing that is the thing that pisses me off the most about this war, and then them coming up with all the figures and letting us know about this, especially that fucking goddamn reflecting pool too. I'm like, every time I hear it and I hear the numbers, I'm like, how could that money have been better spent? If we have the money to go give Iran like fucking $300 billion. If we have $14 million just sitting around so we can paint a reflecting pool, American flag blue, just to have it have a massive algae problem and whatnot, and can't keep that under control for like 14 million. Why can't we have nice things?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, why are there starving Americans?
Can I interject a point here?
Yeah.
Okay, it's Freedom 250, right? That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
How long have women been allowed to vote?
Oh.
1970s. Like, no, the 70s was like the abortion thing, right?
It was 1980s.
No.
I think it was like the 1914s or something around there.
Yeah.
So not even 100 years.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
How long have the slaves been freed?
Not even 100 years. Not even a century.
No, but it's been over 100 years.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, real freedom.
Civil rights. The Civil Rights Act passed in the 60s.
Yeah, so it
It hasn't been 100 years.
Civil rights. So roughly 55 something years.
Yes, it's not even been 100.
No, a little longer there, 57.
I think
let's call it 6 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
slavery ended after the Civil War, but not for everyone. That's
Yeah.
why. That's the importance of
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Yeah,
right.
So, because not everyone was fucking
my
told.
Yeah.
point being is Freedom 250 is the majority of the country was not free.
right.
Right.
Only the white people.
Yeah.
Let's clarify.
Right.
Only white people.
Well, maybe white
even
men
white men.
because
White men.
when we had independence
Right.
from Great Britain
Right.
is 250 years.
Yes,
But
but
that
that's-
that
doesn't
was
mean
the
everyone has been
1776,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Freedom
Yeah.
250. But
Right.
if you're going to call it Freedom 250, now if we call it America 250,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Or independence of
Mhm.
250.
Or
Right.
or-
Yeah. 250
yeah.
years of independence.
Yeah.
which
Why
is
aren't they
not
calling it
logical.
America 250? They should.
Well,
I mean, 'cause that's
you know, there is an America 250 organization, and they're having a concert in Los Angeles next week that has Chris Stapleton and Smashing Pumpkins, which is way cooler than anybody that Freedom 250 had.
Oh, that's true.
way. I mean, I'm a huge Smashing Pumpkins fan,
Yeah.
and I like
And
Chris
Chris
Stapleton
Stapleton
too.
can sing.
I like Chris Stapleton
Yes.
too. But I'm like, I've always been a huge
So
Smashing
I
Pumpkins
think
fan.
that they need to be more clear on is that it's American independence. We've had independence for 250 years. There's not been freedom, but even to this day, we don't have freedom. Obviously, we don't have freedom to reject religion in our public schools because that just
Nope.
happened
Yeah,
in
Texas,
Texas.
yeah.
Women are getting less freedoms over their own body.
Yes, or
Lately.
here's even better is that they are funding for substance abuse into religious institutions versus clinical institutions. They're funding money into that.
Don't the churches already get enough free money?
I say if they're going to do that, tax the
What?
churches.
No, they should be taxed. I agree that they. I'm to the point with
It's not really
churches
free.
where I'm like, tax them, and they can prove that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They can fucking file taxes and prove that
Right.
they're actually
Or
doing what they're supposed to be doing.
or the 15-year sentences that protesters that protested ICE are doing in federal prison when they did nothing but protest.
Yeah.
That's freedom of speech, right? We don't have that either.
Well, in some cases, you know,
Some people.
What-
No, wait a second. Some people do not have
You can
freedom
storm-
of speech.
No, you can storm a Capitol and not get in trouble.
There are two people.
well, you get pardoned.
There are two people that this just happened to in Minnesota who technically did not have freedom of speech
No.
because they died for it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
Yes.
So, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
they're.
I mean, I know this podcast is we're gonna go all over the road here, but let's go back to the billionaires and trillionaires. If I am, you know, Elon Musk, and I'm a trillionaire, why aren't you taking a couple billion of that and just putting it solve world hunger? We were talking about this last week, and just solve so many problems. And you would be Tony Stark. You would be a superhero.
Yeah.
If you did that.
Yes, people wouldn't hate you.
Because there's something wrong with that
And-
guy. Because he's already toyed around with it. Remember when he said, if I wanted to cure world hunger, I could, and then
So-
doesn't do it.
So let me be clear about Elon, especially coming from a mental health perspective. From what I see from him is he's definitely on the antisocial personality bracket, where they have class A and they have class B. Class A is somebody who has no empathy, who just anything that gives them something they take. It doesn't matter, and they don't feel bad about it. They don't give, they don't share, they don't it's just how they can get up, right? And they don't care if
Right.
they harm people in the way. Obviously he fires thousands of people just so he can have more money, right?
Right.
So for me, no matter how much he says that he could do that, he will never do that, unfortunately. That's just where I get from him. And he doesn't socialize very well. He's well spoken, but he doesn't come off as somebody who knows how to
Well,
socialize
they're all
without
awkward.
getting gain from it. You know,
I mean, they're all awkward. I mean, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump is a
So-
narcissist. Textbook.
Oh,
J-
he's
J-
a malignant narcissist.
J.D.
too.
Vance.
He's the worst kind.
JD Vance, if you saw the interview with Bill Maher last night,
Yeah.
holy cow, is he fucking awkward.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't know how to feel empathy. He has an entire group around him of people that are textbook narcissistic and textbook psychopaths not sociopaths, psychopaths,
Yeah.
because they're very calculated on what they do. And they're using Trump as a tool to get what they want. And Trump's a narcissist, so all you got to do is beef him up on how handsome and great he is, and he'll do whatever you want him to do because he's a narcissist.
And an idiot. Like,
And
it's
an
like,
idiot.
that's like, all it takes is like
Yes.
being like, oh, you're so wonderful, sir.
Can you sign this bill
Here's
into
a gift.
legislation?
I brought you a gift, sir. God, you're looking great today.
Yeah, and then here, can you
Why
sign
does
this
it-
legislation?
Why does the Planned Parenthood do that though? Just bring him like a big gold something
Yes.
and be like, "Here, sir, you're the greatest," and then he'd like be all for abortions and stuff.
I know.
Like that.
Maybe people should just try that. You know, like
I thought
maybe
about
the
just
left
taking
should
one
just
for the
try.
team and just telling him how amazing he was and how handsome he was, and I'll get on my knees for you as long as you do these things.
Well,
And then you're like
will
immediately
praise you,
afterwards,
Jesus.
Well,
you're like, I gotta hurry up and get to the toilet quick because I'm gonna puke.
Yes.
So I want to at least
Yes.
make it in.
What if I
Well-
took it for the team? You know what I mean?
Well,
Maybe it'll solve some
you know,
problems.
we'll try that experiment because we'll be talking to the president next week.
Oh yeah,
Oh God, it's just so overwhelming.
the president canceled on us today. He had health
Yeah.
concerns
Yeah,
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
health concerns.
Again,
So,
I'm gonna ask him to show me a picture of his hands.
Captain Cankles.
Captain
Show us your
Cankles.
cankles.
That'd be the worst curse ever.
God. He's always sweet.
A shout out to our friend who's you know.
I know. Yeah, we're just
yeah, shout out, man.
don't be too mean to us next week.
Yeah.
I probably
All
shouldn't
right.
have said all that stuff.
Okay, all right. So before we get to the deeper issues, let's talk about how stupid this Great American State Fair is. Have you seen the pictures of it?
Yes. Yeah.
Have you seen the pictures, Snow?
No, thank God.
It is the most redneck, cheesy. Have you been to the
More MMA fighting on the lawn.
have you been to the Mojave County Fair?
It's like that.
Oh,
Yes,
I don't know if I've
it's
ever
like that.
been to the fair here.
So, like, of course, we're on a budget here, right? Like,
But
Mojave
okay,
County
we're going to say
Fair.
this though: the Mojave County Fair attracts more people than this does.
this is going,
Wow. So where's this going to be at?
It's on the National Mall.
Okay. And well, I think they weren't going to even remove the cage. They were going to leave it up anyways. Is there going to be
I
more
don't-
of the
I don't-
UFC stuff?
I don't know if the cage is still on the White House lawn. I know that
God.
they have put chain link fence around the reflection pool.
don't
well, they
forget the
did
guard
that.
towers. Don't forget the guard towers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and they've blocked off the entire National Mall where you have to walk all the way around to a single entrance to get into it. Because you've been to Washington, you've been down to the National Mall, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
huge.
yeah. I've seen the reflecting pool, too. Because the first thing I thought was, I was like, I remember when Forrest and Jenny walked across this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then, of course, then all the artists that haven't been big since the 80s or early 90s canceled because they didn't want to be part
They don't
of
want to
being
be
partisan.
associated with that.
Except for Villanella Ice. Villanella Ice was scheduled to play last night, but he had to cancel because God did what God's supposed to do, and it rained, and they canceled it.
What about Jelly Roll? Has Jelly Roll decided he wanted to perform there?
Right?
No,
Or
I-
Kid
I've
Rock.
heard. I
Or
heard
Ted Nugent.
No, Lee Greenwood's there, of course.
Right? He's going, but where he's already got like the superstar Kid Rock that's like always kissing Trump's ass. Like, I don't know why they don't just have him. do
Why wasn't Pete Hegseth flying in on a helicopter and dropping
And
down?
like
Like the Terminator.
all of the MAGAs, like they already love the fuck out of watching Kid Rock anyways. Like they're nothing but like whenever it was the Super Bowl and they're like, I watched the other one and it was fantastic. And I'm like, so I had seen a clip of it and I'm like, this is what like a bottle of whiskey and a pack of cigarettes looks like in human form.
No,
He
more
was,
like
he was
Boone's
like
Farm.
stumbling.
Not even whiskey, Boone's Farm.
True.
Boone's Farm.
Yeah, because that's cheaper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boone's
yeah.
well, and if you
Yeah.
saw
Strawberry Hill.
Strawberry Hill, yeah.
if you saw the crowd at that Kid Rock thing halftime show,
So
it's
small.
about the same crowd as showed up at the National Mall.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Bad Bunny, can we revisit that? How fucking awesome that fucking
Yeah.
Super Bowl halftime show is.
Yeah.
I know. I got to go to Puerto Rico.
Fucking, if I was Bad Bunny, get Bad Bunny, Tom Morello, and Bruce Springsteen to do a show next weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd go for that.
I'd go.
I don't even know what Bad Bunny's saying, but I'm like, yes, please.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, okay. I will watch you.
I think that speaking of halftime shows, do you remember the year before that? What is his name?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my God,
Yes.
that was
Looked
the best one.
right at Trump and said what he said, and I was like, yes, that's the best freaking petty move I've ever seen ever towards the president. He just stood there awkwardly like, oh fuck, this is about me.
Good though. I
And
like
left.
people like that. Isn't that why we're all Americans? You
We
know,
can
the
say,
whole like
yeah,
freedom of speech thing. Like I like people who use their rights. You know,
So,
like they should.
yeah, so back to Washington, the reflecting pool, they've now put a chain link fence around it so no vandals can get in there. Do you know what it would take to take a razor blade and slit that coating 250 feet or 350 feet, whatever they
I know, I saw that.
I know when he tried to say that, well, then a few people came out and was like, it probably has that crack in it because he drove it. Apparently, he drove the beast in it. Well, he didn't.
There was
drive,
a whole
but
motorcade. There was
yeah.
like 10,
Well,
20
that's what they
vehicles.
call that's what they call the one that he drives in. So all of them went in there. The whole entire motorcade went driving through there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, why? Because that's not even a normal car, and normal cars already weigh like what, like a ton or two.
Yeah. Well,
But like you've got to drive like for the president to like keep a president safe. It's like a hefty duty vehicle.
Yeah.
Right.
well, okay, great point. Okay, but let's go back. So the reflecting pool is concrete, okay, and it doesn't have paint on it because they want the natural reflection of the monument on one end and the Lincoln Memorial on the other end, and they have the reflection on either end when you go in to see it. Okay, it's built concrete because water seeps through the concrete and it's replenished with more water coming in. Keeps water flowing. Flowing water will not create algae. So then you hire your friend, this contractor that looks like Snidely Whiplash.
Oh God, that guy is awful.
Yeah.
He looks like a cartoon
And
character.
he charges the United States $15 million worth of taxpayer dollars to paint it. Now, do you think that guy's actually using quality paint, or do you think he just goes to Walmart and gets the
Probably.
basic, the cheapest America Blue? They were pouring it down. They were pouring it, and they were spreading it with squeegees. That was how they were applying it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now any science expert would tell you that without the natural concrete, now it's American Blue, the paint, the water is going to heat up, okay? And it also doesn't have that thing where it's going to, leak through the concrete and be replenished.
Right.
What's going to happen? Okay,
Algae.
algae is going to form. Okay, so hydrogen peroxide is or hydrogen chloride, what were they using?
Hydrogen peroxide.
Hydrogen peroxide,
Peroxide.
Yeah.
dumping in it.
And they killed ducks.
Killing ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I mentioned that last week. That I was like, well, what's going to happen to these poor birds? I'm trying to
They
drink
died. They died. Yeah. They killed the ducks.
But
Yeah, so now they've
But-
got like the environmental issue.
what
because-
is hydrogen peroxide used for?
For blood.
No. It's used to strip paint.
Oh,
So if you have cheap paint on a concrete surface,
then obviously it's going to come up.
yes, and it's coming up in chunks, okay?
Yeah.
It's not coming up like this big 250.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and
like-
they're arresting people who merely pulled it up out of the water.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
arrested
which is
people.
kind of like a natural reaction. Like if I went there and I saw that crazy shit, I'd probably reach down and be like, what the fuck
But the
is this?
point was made. Here's the best point, though. They have arrested more people for peeling paint out of the reflecting pool than they have for the fucking Epstein Files.
Oh,
which
I know.
is like all this shit is just a distraction from
Yes.
that.
So I do had this funny realization that They believe, that what you reap is what you sow, right? They believe in God, right? So,
And they're fucked.
essentially, Trump ran on this is saying, I'm going to drain the swamp. He brought the swamp to the reflection pool.
Yeah, I know. It's a literal
Which is a
swamp.
reflection of what we are as a nation right now. We are a swamp.
Yeah.
With the way that things are going. Like, you reap what you sow, you brought the swamp here.
It's definitely a reflection of his presidency and his whole
what
administration.
he's done to us as a nation.
Whatever he touches turns to shit.
It does.
Literally.
Yeah.
I know. I don't understand.
He wants to be
why
he wants to be like
people thought this was the good way to go. I still don't understand it.
I don't think that he won that fair and square.
He wants to be Midas, where everything he touches turns to gold. But it's the direct opposite.
It's opposite. It's opposite.
And the other thing about, Freedom 250 and all the people with the We the People tattoos and stuff like that, and they're claiming to be a patriot. Isn't it kind of
I like to call those people out, though, and you should just say to them, so you're a Democrat. And then they get all mad. But you're totally for democracy. We the People is about a democracy.
Yes, it's about our rights.
And furthermore, those people are usually always the people who will say, we're not a democracy, we're a republic. Which is wrong. We're actually a republic democracy.
We're both, yeah.
Yeah, we're actually both.
Yes.
That's where the terms both Republican and Democrat came from.
Yeah.
But I like to just do it just to be a bitch.
Okay, so let's go back from Washington. Let's bring it back here to locally. Have you noticed around here, everyone has to be the most patriotic person? Just the businesses in town. It just has to be patriot this, patriot pest control, or, patriot pizza.
Killers. Patriot massage, patriot happy ending. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Patriot vitamins.
We're not, patriot vitamin. It's why, I'm surprised Kingman doesn't have a meeting where they're like, let's just change the name of our town to Patriot. Because it's almost like so many of the businesses name themselves Patriot whatever. You would find that there's probably a lot of businesses here that's Kingman and then whatever. Kingman Pest Control.
Yeah.
Kingman Pizza. We don't really have
American Patriot Pizza.
Right. Yeah, they just go out of their way. And for me, that right there, for me personally, is a red flag that I don't know how great your business is. Maybe you run your business okay, but it's a red flag for me that if you have to announce how much of a patriot you are, you probably have no idea what being a patriot actually means.
Right.
That's just me, though.
Right, because the patriots are the ones who fought against, Great Britain in our, and to get our quote unquote, independence. We'll call it independence. Who fought for independence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's what I hate that with Patriot everything around here because my favorite football
team
is
the
New England Patriots.
And the reason that they're called the New England Patriots is because it's located in the New England area, when we came over. Yeah, but people don't know history.
I just want to say that the definition of patriots is a person who loves, supports, and strongly identifies with the country. The concept often involves a deep connection to a nation's people, values, and principles, and willingness to defend the country's best interests. But also the core of a patriot is one who loves his or her country. The concept of patriotism focuses on devotion of nation's ideals, people, and community. We do not do that. A lot of these people do not do that.
They don't. They hate so many people.
They hate half the country.
Based off their skin color. When it's they were fucking born here. What are you talking about?
Yeah, or
even if they did immigrate here, it's Have you ever seen the fucking
Right.
Statue of
Right.
Liberty?
So as a community, they hate on people who are homeless. They hate on people who panhandle. Go get a job. Why don't you go help them get a job? Why don't you go be a community member and talk to them and see what it is their needs? Maybe like bring community and the village aspect back to it, because that's about being a patriot.
Well,
Right.
and you have a good story
Yes.
of a MAGA individual in this town
Yes.
that is on camera beating up panhandlers.
Yes. Yes. And the ironic thing about this, and
What's his name?
Richard Ashley is
Call
his
him
name.
out by name.
Richard
Fuck
Ashley
these
is
people.
his name. And this man is protected by all means. I've even had my TikTok channel banned, both of them, because I've called him out. By the way, not freedom of speech anymore. This man went around and beat up panhandlers, even hit a panhandling veteran with a stick. And there's video of him doing it. And this man who hates panhandlers, hates people who live off the government, lives off the government himself, does not work a job, and he makes money on gay porn sites, showing his private parts and masturbating in his front yard, which he also did not get in trouble for. And I got in trouble.
I have to add allegedly.
So he's on Grindr, right?
On Grindr.
You said that?
Yes,
too?
on Grindr. Yes.
Because they always are. Whatever they scream the loudest about, they're
Yes.
actually fucking doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do have to commend our community, because even though I got kicked off of TikTok for exposing him, I exposed him on one of our local pages, and our community came together with no negative comments. Just like, how dare he do this to people? And
Right?
very humanizing. So, I mean, I'm saying his name. His name is Richard Ashley.
Like, Richard, why can't you just go, very appropriate, your mother named you right.
Yes.
Dick, why can't you just go about with your day though? Even if you have these feelings about homeless,
Right.
like you don't like it or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you have to bother them? Why do you have to why do you have to harm them?
Just go about your day. You don't have
Mind
to give
your
them
own
money.
fucking
Yeah.
business.
You don't have to give them food or water or however you're you're American. You have a right to feel the way you feel about it, but
Yeah.
you don't have a right to put your hands on somebody.
Yeah, and
Right.
and if he is on Grindr, indeed on Grindr, he's gay. Hey, more power to you. We'll accept you. Happy Pride Month.
Right.
Our
Yes,
side will accept
Happy
you.
Pride Month. Well, you probably
In
just
fact, the
come out of
picture,
the
he has a
closet.
pride flag behind him in the picture.
Yeah, come out of the closet. You probably
We
live
will
a
love
better
on you.
life. You'd probably be happier if you
Yeah.
just got it all out there and then live your truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't be putting your hands
Yeah.
on people because you're pissed off.
No,
Yeah.
no, we were talking about this before we started recording. How many states? What are the biggest states that on like Pornhub look at the most transgender porn?
Oh, okay. So it's like Georgia, Nevada. It's one of the A straight, either Alabama or Arkansas, not Arizona. Okay. And then Louisiana and Mississippi.
Okay, what do those states all have in common, other than maybe Nevada, which is kind of purple?
Nevada is a swing state,
Yeah.
but all of them are red states.
And all of them have
And-
abortion bans,
True, except for Nevada.
except for
Like,
Nevada.
Nevada, I know. I thought it was weird that Nevada
Well,
was on the
Nevada-
list, but
But Nevada is the is known as the state of sex and selling sex out of all the 50 states.
that's what
So
I
that's
thought
why.
too.
But for these other states who ban abortion, who say transgenders are pedophiles, who do not like queens reading to their kids in libraries, are the states that are looking at that stuff the most.
And also another point about Nevada. So if you look at like a political map of Nevada, Nevada is also one of those states where it's like blue way down here at the bottom, because
And
that's
then
where
red
Vegas
at the top.
is. And then it's like blue as sliver at the top, because that's like where Reno is and Lake Tahoe and all that. And then all in between here, just the whole state in the middle of it, nothing but red.
But
Yes.
but
And if you've
but-
ever
but to be-
driven through the
I have.
state, there's like nothing.
Yes.
There
Yeah,
is
yeah,
like
yeah.
nothing.
To be fair,
I've driven
There-
from
there's not
Vegas
many-
to
there's
Reno.
not- there's not many people. in
There
Nevada.
is like nothing going on.
And it's
in,
very rural, very
Yeah.
poor where those
Well,
places are.
and that's
Right.
while we're talking about America. Republicans love to put up that map where it's like, 90% red, and you have all the blue on the coastal areas, and a little bit in the middle at certain points. But that's where the fucking people live.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because
Maricopa, where all the
even
people live.
Yeah.
even
Pahrump, no.
Pahrump
Yeah.
is like in the red part, and Pahrump's the part where it's got like legalized, prostitution and everything. But like, yeah, so
That doesn't shock me that Nevada's on that list, but it is a little concerning for those other states that are very conservative, that have all these bans and feel this way.
especially the Bible, especially the
Bible
states,
Belt. It is the Bible Belt.
the states who have more fucking, the states that have more fucking churches than they do schools, and still are the states who scream the loudest about that prayer should be taught in schools.
Okay,
So this is going to lead me to the Lucifer stuff.
Okay, yeah. See, perfect segue to where we were going here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about the religious aspect of it and the hypocrisy of religion, where it falls into all this. Because Jesus would be a progressive.
Jesus would be progressive. Jesus would be a humanitarian. Jesus would be on the streets with the transgender people, with the queens, with any human. He would be on the streets with helping, supporting, feeding, enabling, quote unquote, these people that Jesus would be with the gay kid that is thinking about ending his life.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus would be with those people.
Yeah.
So it's natural in order to gain control, and we've seen this over time, to have a villain that everybody can hate and be afraid of in order to push a narrative and have control of a mass of people. So that's where it leads me to this very controversial thing that I'm going to say, is that I do not believe that Lucifer is evil. I do believe this is just inherently of me doing my research along the way, because if you look at Satanism in a whole, none of those people are evil. They do not sacrifice animals. There's not this whole stigma. They do not. They help people. They're caring. They donate their time to the community. And then you have Christians on the other hand who do not, right? So to me, I feel like when it comes to Satan, that they've taken Satan or Lucifer, I don't even want to say Satan because that seems like a dirty word, Lucifer, they've made him evil, because I feel like the story, he was God's favorite angel.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a guardian for the lost souls, because Jesus or God loved all of his children, right? And you have lost souls, right? There has to be somebody to watch over those lost souls, which is Lucifer's job. God does not hate Lucifer. Religion hates Lucifer.
Well, and to be fair,
to gain control.
And to be fair, not Jesus, but God. God in the Bible did some really horrible shit.
Yes.
Yeah,
And Lucifer did not. Lucifer's wings are white because he never killed anybody. He never hurt humans.
Yeah.
But the other angels did. The other angels in the Bible, their wings are black because they are stained with the blood of humans. Lucifer did not. And I don't want to say, we know there's evil and we know there's good in the world, but it's also free will to be evil or good. There's free will. Lucifer doesn't control that. Lucifer doesn't tell you to go do those bad things. You do those bad things. That's your free will.
Because in the analogy of a sports team, you
They always blame it on something else, though. Like,
to keep
if
control.
like Son of Sam saying that it was Satan, Lucifer, Satan, whatever. I can't remember which term he used, but he's like, yeah, came to him in like dog form and told him that he had to go kill these people.
No, it's a
what?
choice. It's free will to do
I
that.
know.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
like,
well,
there's no way.
I mean, you break down to like, say, like a sporting event, and somebody does something, they win, and like, oh, it's like praise the Lord for allowing this and stuff like that. But say when there's a tsunami and 1,000 people die, or let's use the earthquake that just happened in Venezuela a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why would God do that?
God wouldn't. It's just, and that's a huge thing where Christianity. I'm going to say Christianity in a whole, because they're the largest influence in America, and since we're talking about America, Christianity is the largest religion worldwide, typically. But they do that to gain control. They make you think that God did this for a reason, and God will take that and loss of life, and it sucks, and there is no control. But God doesn't know if there's going to be a tornado that kills a bunch of people. God doesn't know that there's going to be an earthquake. That is just nature. That's science,
yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. But you can take situations like that are horrific, and build from it. That's good. So you bring unity of people coming around to help people who are hurting in those instances. That is God. That is the movement of God and Jesus. But also you cannot say, oh, well, Lucifer caused that, or Satan caused that, so we're going to hate Satan. If we are to take our greatest enemy and forgive our greatest enemy, you're telling me that God doesn't forgive Lucifer for being the rebel? Are you kidding me? All he did was rebel, and you're going to tell me he's just inherited evilly? It's control. Mm-hmm. Making Lucifer the enemy.
Well,
is control. You have to have an enemy.
Gotta have a bad guy, so it helps with their storytelling,
right?
Too.
And we see our administration do that with immigrants. With
exactly
immigrants that are undocumented. They do.
Yeah, that's where I was
dangerous.
Going with it. You know, like they've done it throughout history. I mean, in every war, they've like the Vietnam War, they demonized those.
Well, there was, I have conservative friends. I have a friend that was a conservative politician in the area. I'm not going to say names, okay? Not important. But they were posting about the idea of, well, why we need the SAVE Act is to protect from undocumented people. Mm-hmm. I don't like saying illegal people because nobody's illegal.
They're not illegal. They're undocumented.
Undocumented.
That side calls them illegal.
It's civil. Right. It's a civil thing. It's undocumented.
Undocumented immigrants. We need to prevent them from being able to vote. They can't.
We already have laws in place for that. Yeah.
So all I said was, give me a case where somebody undocumented had voted, and I will provide you 3 more where a natural-born citizen has committed election fraud, and we can debate it. Let's go. Mm-hmm. And he just unfriended me.
Yeah, the same
because they don't like the truth.
Well, it's more of this same politician. He's younger. He's of the young crowd. If he would just get on the boat of being honest instead of pandering to the votes, he would be a little more popular between both sides, because he is smart when it comes to water conservation, when it comes to, being good about the community. He does listen to me when I have things to say. Does he do anything about it? No. But for me, I explained to him why it would affect me as a voting American is that I have obviously a married last name and not my birth last name. And in the SAVE Act, and to be clear for those who do not know, especially women who are married, if your birth certificate does not match your social security and your ID, which changes when you become married, you are not allowed to vote. And that's women that are being suppressed. Conservative women that are being suppressed. This is not good for anybody.
Now, knowing you, you would go out there and you would do the work to make sure that you were able to vote.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Because I know
I would go change my name to my birth last name.
You would put that work,
yes.
But the majority of Americans would not put that work in.
Especially people who live in poverty, women who live in poverty and don't have. I have the means and the money to go change these things because it costs money to do that. To change my name back to my birth last name to vote because I'm very passionate about my vote. I think that it matters. But women who live in poverty don't have the $30 to get a new birth certificate. Mm-hmm. To change their last name.
Right, because a lot of people are apathetic. They think both sides are the same, and
it's not. Well, I mean, we are of the same bird, but we believe different things. And the thing is that this doesn't just affect Democrat women. This doesn't just affect liberal women. This also affects MAGA women, and this also affects conservative women. In all essence, this is literally suppressing the women's vote.
Do you buy into it when you see the MAGA women who think, well, it'd be okay if I don't vote. I trust my husband.
That's the point I was going to bring up. I'm like, the problem with the conservative / MAGA broads right now is I am seeing fucking Instagram after Instagram video of these morons sitting there saying, well, I'd be fine with not voting. I think that my husband should vote for our household. I don't need to vote.
Well, here's the thing.
Fuck you.
Yeah, here's the thing. They've started to recondition women this way. And me being in a relationship that I am now, that I'm okay to submit to who I'm with, but also in the same aspect is that women are being conditioned that submitting means that their husband controls everything. Real submission is respect for each other. It's submission for each other. And in the Bible, let's bring up the Bible again. Women, the woman was made from the rib of Adam. You respect each other and walk on the same level. You submit to each other. Because it says that men should submit to their wives like Jesus submits to the church.
So by that very nature, though, what you're saying is transitioning to another gender is allowed in the Bible.
Yes.
Like, see, and
There is no gender roles in the Bible.
I was going to
Society
say,
created that.
that's like one of the problems I do have with the Bible, though, is because I'm like, well, in science, everyone starts out as a girl.
They do.
And people switch over.
We transition inside
That's
the womb.
why I don't like their whole thing about the whole Adam's rib thing, because I'm like, no, wait a second. If anything, if you guys want to make this more believable, you should have said that Adam was created from Eve's rib.
Right, yeah. Well, and that's another control aspect, that men have this, the hand on creation when it's actually women.
Right?
So, I watched, I don't know if you guys know Dean Withers.
Yeah.
Yes, I love him.
I need to watch.
I
I know what you're going to reference.
Yes.
I need to watch that.
I gotta watch the whole entire thing where he
yes.
debated the women.
So there were women that actually believed
The clips.
that they were, that men were superior to them. And he says, no, like as a man, he told them how women are superior to them. We birth children, we raise children, we create life.
The one with the fucking Mickey Mouse voice,
yes,
that
we
chick, I was like,
Yeah. We manage households. We manage working. We manage all of these things. And men, all they have to do is provide. That's it. And we do all of this other stuff. Of course, women are superstars and more, that we do all kinds of things. Like, of course, women would do great in office and leadership because they'd be able to do all of those things and nurture a country.
They're not.
they manage, right? They manage a whole household. They
and still
work.
nurture.
Yeah.
They
Still
fucking
Yeah.
take care of all these kids. They're doing all this shit. I think they got it.
As a man, I can admit, women aren't as emotional.
Mm-mm.
Okay, your pain tolerance is a lot higher.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And
We bleed. We bleed every month for a week. And survive that?
I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd be on the phone. I'm like, no, I'm still bleeding.
Yeah. Oh, this breast hurts so bad. Yeah. So like for me, a basic Christianity goes completely opposite of what Jesus said. Jesus made Mary, who was a whore, into somebody who preached the word and brought more women. It's like she helps Jesus side by side, and people are going to say that he never fell in love. He loved Mary. He was in love with Mary. He washed her feet. She was a whore, an adulterer, and he turned her into something great. So,
Mary Magdalene, not his mother.
Yeah.
We got to clarify
let's
here.
clarify there. So, and in that aspect, even his mother was looked at as an adulterer, and she birthed the holy one. You know what I mean? Like, so for me, the society that they're bringing back is not the truth of Jesus, and their Christianity base. That is not the truth.
Well, even the issue of abortion too. Like, there's the whole story about how God commands that if a woman is caught being an adulterer and she gets pregnant, she is to drink a potion that kills the baby.
Yes.
Like, she is not to have that. It's like, that to me sounds like God's for abortion,
also
honestly.
On that same aspect, when they say abortion is murder, right? Their logic is that abortion is murder. Okay, so all sin is created equal, and all sin is forgiven equally. So a murderer, somebody could go out and murder a child, rape a child. In the aspect of religion, you're telling me that God is not going to forgive a woman who could not take care of a baby and aborts a fetus, right? Mm-hmm. You're telling me that they are not worthy of forgiveness, but this rapist is worthy of forgiveness. This child molester is worthy of forgiveness. This priest who molested thousands of children is worth forgiveness, but this one woman.
That's what I'm saying.
Woman.
Well, all these Christians, they're gonna, if there is a heaven and a hell and they're to go there, they're gonna be very upset when they go and they realize that some people
when God
made
asked
it
them,
according to the Bible, because supposedly all you have to do is ask for forgiveness. And you're still allowed to go to heaven.
Well, so there's more rules to that, though. You can ask for forgiveness, but you also, these are the rules. Love God, love your enemy, and take care of his people and his creatures. That's it. Well, so people who are not doing these things, what do you think is going to be happening? He's going to separate his sheep from the goats. They are going to be the goats.
I'm just saying they're going to be very mad when they go, if they go to heaven and then they realize that, like, Ted Bundy's in there or something, because Ted Bundy kind of
he converted.
He did Jeffrey the whole
Dahmer.
thing.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
They all changed. They all seem to find God when they go to prison, and they're like, that's the only hope they have left, right?
Yeah, and what is
they're going to be very upset,
right? And God's going to ask them questions. Did you feed the hungry? Well, no, I didn't. Then what did you do for me in my name?
Right.
What works did you do? You're a goat. You're not a sheep.
Right.
That's in their Bible. That's in their Bible.
Right. And
you can't condemn a woman who murdered or got an abortion when you're out here not helping the homeless.
But you could condemn that one woman, and that the same local politician had made this post where somewhere outside of town at night they go out and they shoot off all their guns, and they have this machine gun that's has these tracers going up in the air, one of those fucking guns. And
Star Wars looking gun.
Yeah. And they said, wow, this is just a great machine, and God bless America, and this and that, rah, fucking go win wars and all this shit. You're glorifying a murder machine. Mm-hmm. Okay.
And God didn't create those, you did.
Yeah. And you're going to condemn this woman who had an abortion, but you're going to glorify these murdering machines when God said, one of the commandments, thou shalt not kill. And I said on his post, I said, you can't have it both ways. You can't be this and also celebrate this. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't work.
It does not work. It does not.
Well, fuck, they're all for capital punishment too. Which, by the way, I will say this again, I've said it numerous times on this cast, but the pro-life people hijacked that. They hijacked pro-life from people who were opposed to the death penalty.
Yes.
It used to be the saying pro-life used to mean that you were against capital punishment. Mm-hmm. You were against the death penalty.
Well,
but they took it and they stole it and they turned it into the abortion.
But they're also for capital punishment. Which
That's what I'm saying.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. They're like all for capital punishment, and they're totally against abortion. And I'm like, how can you call yourself pro-life then?
You can't.
Yeah.
Even regardless of them hijacking the saying, you're not pro-life.
I've told them, how about you mind your own business?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Mind your own business.
Well, in Idaho, they just passed this thing, new legislation, like if you're a convicted child molester, they're bringing back the death penalty by shooting squad.
Yeah.
And I'm like going, I posted this on Threads. I'm like, okay, cool. When the Epstein Files come out, can we try those people in Idaho?
Right?
Well, you did see, we're the only country who haven't arrested or investigated any of these people that are in there. The other countries that had their big leaders that were involved, like England, they stripped that guy of his royal duties.
Notice this last night. This happened. A judge ruled that by July 2nd, the unredacted Epstein Files must come out, or the Justice Department must have a good excuse for them not to come out.
Oh, well, they'll have an excuse.
They'll have an excuse. But what happened immediately after that ruling? We started bombing Iran again.
I know. I'm telling you.
It's just for
He has to keep doing it because he fucking is a pedophile.
Yeah, well, it's easy. So this is the thing: as those Epstein files are on a website, you can Google or not Google. You can search a hot word, right? You can search sex, because stuff will come up, right? You can search dead child, stuff will come up. You can search Donald Trump, and his name in those files comes up over 8,000 more times in the Epstein files than God's name in the Bible.
Right.
Comes up in the Epstein files. You can just search his name and see how many of the search results you have is more than God's name in the Bible. I can tell you that because I've looked myself. And when you present that to somebody who supports Trump, I don't see that.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing. That is why I want it released and investigated. Okay. I know in my heart of hearts that he is a pedophile.
There's
okay?
pictures of him.
I know he's a pedophile
Yes.
because here's the reason how I know he's a pedophile. And I've talked about this numerous times on the podcast. The girl, she's now a woman, but when she was 13, the one who made the claims about being 13 and being raped by Donald Trump, okay? The whole blowjob scenario
Yes.
that happened.
And so she bit him and he slapped her.
She made three claims to the FBI, okay? I know for a fact that she is not lying because it is against the law. And I've been trying to tell all the MAGAs this. It is against the law. I challenge any one of you right now to go on the FBI website, and try to make a claim. It will tell you before you submit your claim, it will say, it is against the law to make a false claim to the FBI. It is punishable by, it sits there and tells you the whole thing. It does the whole spiel because they don't want you wasting their time. Okay. She's made 3 of those. Then why is she not in? If she's a liar,
Then why is
like
she
you
not
guys
in
are
federal
trying to
prison?
say, why is she not in prison then? Because she's not fucking lying.
In the same aspect, they'll also, it's about party side, right? In the same aspect, they'll condemn Biden for having a shower with his teenage daughter and it being in a journal. And even though she claimed that it was a false thing, they'll say, we still believe her. But you don't
she
believe
wasn't.
this other woman.
She wasn't even a teenager, though, at the time that it happened.
But they'll say they believe her because it's Biden, but they won't believe that Trump has done this stuff. They don't believe those girls. Why?
Yeah, and the daughter has already talked about what she meant when she wrote that in there. It's not. She did not have a shower with her dad when she was a teenager.
Right.
That is not what happened.
Yeah, but they'll believe that, but they won't believe these other victims of Trump.
Right.
Right.
But as we said, if Biden did something,
I would condemn him.
He can go to prison too.
He can leave. He can
go.
He can fuck off and die in prison.
I know.
That's how I feel about it.
That's what we've said. Well, they're like, Bill Clinton's been on the FC. Okay.
Well, send him
Guess
to prison.
what?
Goodbye.
Bill Clinton, investigate him too. Both him and Hillary Clinton have already went before Congress and answered questions.
Yeah.
They've already said, we're there to, yes, I've been on the plane. I didn't have sex with any, but still investigate him again. I don't care. If he did, send his fucking ass to prison.
Send him away.
Do you think I'm a Clinton loyalist? No, I'm not.
And even in that aspect, if there's Democrats that are high-ranking Democrats that were a part of that, send them.
Any of them.
Send them.
Bye.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Go straight to jail. Do not collect the $200. Whatever it tells you on the monopoly board. Get the fuck out.
Democrats and Republicans are not the same. Whenever there's a scandal, it happened this year. There's allegations against the senator, and he resigned.
Yeah, he left.
Yeah.
Right?
That's.
It took, how long did it take for fucking Matt Gaetz' ass to finally go? And then he was going to get attorney general. That's another thing I thought about recently. I'm like, that's why he wanted to make Matt Gaetz attorney general, though, because they're all a bunch of kid fuckers. So then, who does he go ahead and pick after he can't have Matt Gaetz? He goes ahead and he picks Pam Bondi, who still has ties to the whole Epstein thing, because she let his fucking ass go.
Yeah, she worked
down in Florida.
She worked in the office. That let
She
him
was
go.
the AG down there and gave him carte blanche or whatever. So, like, it's like and now we've got the new one, Todd Blanche, who he's entangled in this bullshit too.
Yeah.
One after another.
I don't know, Snow. It's just like
It's bad.
They're all fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't trust any of them.
It's like the genius George Carlin said. It's just one big club, and you ain't in it.
Mm-hmm.
Except the
I don't want to be in that club.
No, but the people around here that we deal with on a daily basis think they're in that club.
Right. It's like, that's what I try to tell that he does not give a fuck. This guy doesn't care about you.
There was that post that they brought your name into it. I don't know why they brought your name into it, but the American Pizza, a dude raped a underage girl and they kept him employed there. Do you remember that post?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I was just showing Snow for the show.
Yeah, for some reason your name ended up on it. Which
no, it's because of the book that I wanted to. They somehow think like supporting transgender people means pedophile.
Okay, I've got the perfect solution for this, and I'm not on Facebook, so I can't comment. But whoever made this post, can you just type into the comments and say, who did you vote for?
Mm-hmm.
Just say, who'd you vote for president?
Mm-hmm.
And then when they type back in there that they voted for Donald Trump, they proudly do that. I voted for Donald Trump.
Can you
then I don't want to hear a fucking thing about your goddamn getting all pissed off about pedophiles, okay? I don't want to hear it from your side, though. Complaining.
Could you just go on there and say, what the hell does this person? Because I don't want to do it me. Because I have a very vanilla name.
Yeah.
So, can you say what the hell does he have to do with this?
With this, yeah.
What does or put in there? Okay. These people are really stupid around here, though. So I would put in, okay, so you're trying to drag someone who merely was against a book ban into this. What do book bans have to do with a pedophile working at a pizza place? Seriously, what does book banning have to do with that? But I would also ask them, too, who did you vote for president?
And not to defend.
In 2024, who'd you vote for?
I don't really want to mention the business too much.
Because I don't want to hear, I don't want to hear any more posts
think that we should.
From people who voted for Donald Trump about pedophilia. I'm like, fuck you. You're a guardian of pedophiles. Get out of, that's what GOP stands for. Get out of my face. You don't get to talk about it.
But did this person that works at that pizza place get convicted of this?
He did.
Okay. Did he serve time?
They only put him on probation.
Ew, why?
It's the good old.
Okay, I thought he went through the whole thing where he served his time, and then obviously, if he gets released from prison, he has to get a job, and it's different. Like, I don't like it either. I don't eat at that restaurant though, so this does not bother me at all because I don't want it. I don't want anything to do with that place. All he does is sell the fake ass fucking made in China Trump bullshit, anyways. I don't go there.
We're trying to make this point, like, if somebody is convicted of a crime and they do their time and they serve their sentence, they should be allowed to go back in society and work.
Well, I had already said that earlier.
That's not defending pedophilia at all.
No, it's not. But it's like, do they have a right to make good of their life? I mean, maybe they had gotten rehabilitated. It doesn't sound like he went to prison, though.
Yeah, so,
I mean... That's
like
pretty disgusting, you know.
But
I don't want to hear anyone on the right calling out any other pedophile if you're not willing to call out
Right.
who
And that's
sits
the
in
point.
1600
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yes.
Right.
If you're not willing to, the only Republicans who are allowed to call out other pedophiles are like the Adam Kinzinger types,
So I
okay?
do-
the
I do-
ones who are against that
Speaking
shit.
of Republicans calling out pedophilia, I am pretty surprised recently. Tucker Carlson calling them out and then leaving the Republican Party. Candace Owens left the Republican Party and called them out over the Charlie Kirk stuff because Charlie Kirk was her best friend. And Marjorie Greene Taylor. Have you guys seen her social media lately?
Oh, I know.
Her calling him
MCG.
out? Oh, yeah. So
I know. I'm
for
like,
me, like
why
why can't other people be like that? Be like, ew, this is gross, and I don't like this. I don't want to be a part of this. They were a part of that before they knew, and now they're not
Right.
because they're like, no, this is not okay. This is gross, and they're like, fuck you. I don't care who you are and who I supported for. You can fuck off. Essentially, I'm for the victims and the people.
I give them credit for
I don't agree with them and their
Right.
thoughts, but I do give them credit for having the courage to walk away from that.
I
because
give
it's
them
not right.
credit for at least
Mm-hmm.
using their voice, since they are well-known folks, to at least call out the bullshit. I do give them credit for that.
Yeah.
Like, I still do not like the policies in which they believe in,
Did
but
you know,
yes.
but also they're being harassed by the Trump administration because they walked away.
And that's bullshit.
Yeah, they've had
That's bullshit.
death threats. The FBI has been at their doorsteps. They've had to publicly say on social media that I don't want to kill myself. I do not feel that way because they're afraid that they're going to be offed because of the things that they know, the things that they've shared.
And that's all fucking bullshit.
And I fully
that-
believe that Charlie Kirk knew things and was saying things and was reverting away from Israel and all of the idea of serving Netanyahu. And I think that he was offed by his own people. I don't.
Well, he
that
was
that kid's
definitely killed by his own side. It was not a transgender person like they claimed right when it happened.
Yeah,
It was definitely somebody on the right
it was.
right wing.
It was
Well, and
somebody
then-
higher.
Well, it was like
and there
it was a follower of fucking those fucking gripers.
Yeah.
Who's the virgin guy that is a more extreme person
But
than
also,
Fuentes. Nick Fuentes.
I don't know. I don't even think that either. I think that.
Well, no, they had that riff. Remember, they had that
but
riff.
I don't think it was anybody that followed Nick Fuentes. I really feel like it was somebody from TPS or TPUSA or however you freaking call it. But I believe that because he was finding things out and talking about things like absolutely I don't care if it was Donald Trump or anybody from my side. The 2 days before that happened, we should prosecute them is what he was saying, openly condemning Israel. He was openly, but his girl, Erica Kirk, is tied to Israel and Netanyahu. She has Roman Angels, who was investigated in the Epstein Files for.
She's also like a pageantry girl.
She's
too.
all involved in that, and,
Like-
and her mourning of him was a little suspicious. So I
Right.
feel
Yeah,
like he knew too much.
when you're
He knew too much.
when you're putting eye drops in
Well, it's
before you
like-
go out on stage and they go out
She's-
there.
There's just this.
She's obviously a very bad actress. I mean,
yeah.
that
At the very
she's
at
like-
least, yeah.
Amber.
You could maybe do some porn, but like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ain't getting into
She-
like mainstream.
She gives
okay?
me Amber Heard vibes.
She just like
She. I feel like that was
well.
that
the
was
thing,
planned.
the
Just-
only thing that makes me think a little bit of the conspiracy stuff with the whole Charlie Kirk was for releasing and investigating the Epstein
He
Files.
really was.
And every single thing that Trump has done is to cover that up
Exactly.
and distract
Yeah, and-
from those files.
Right.
The chopping off the east wing of the fucking White House
That's
to do his
awful.
ballroom, starting a war, the reflecting pool. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
and
say
it's
that
all-
is.
So the reason why I really believe that is Candace Owens is about uncovering truth. And she has receipts. She has text messages from Charlie that she's shared. She has messages between her and Erica Kirk that were just like bizarre. You know what I mean? She's had death threats from people that are involved with Erica Kirk and involved with the Trump administration, involved with Netanyahu and all of these things. I fully believe, and we may never know the truth, that he was assassinated by his own people.
You're never going to know.
We'll never know.
I mean, it's like this. There was Ori stuff. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to speculate. I'll just say there's ballistic stuff that didn't really match up with the rifle that was found. Okay. We don't know anything about the suspect. And when there's a high profile shooting, you learn a lot about suspects, much like when Trump got shot.
Yeah.
Look, all I'm going to say, it is not the left that killed Charlie Kirk. As much as they wanted to try and make it into something and use it to their advantage, it's not.
What was that kid's name?
We didn't have nothing to do with him.
What was that guy's name that killed that CEO?
Oh, Mangione.
We haven't heard much about him either, have we?
Well, his case is coming up. It's back. It's like
he's
coming to trial right now.
He's going to probably get off.
You know what we haven't heard on that is the Venezuelan president Maduro.
Yeah.
You don't hear shit about his trial.
Anything? Yeah.
That's another distraction from the Epstein Files.
Yes.
That was another one.
Yes, and that's something. Aaron Parnas, who I follow, he brings these old things up so that they don't get lost in the speed of propaganda.
Well, because it's chaos. Every day is chaos.
Yes, and that's conditioning. So that's classic psychology conditioning at its finest. Hitler did it. They do it in Russia. They do it. Netanyahu does it. It's a constant chaos so that you're numb from one thing so that they can hide 1,000 things underneath that. You know what I mean? They hide thousands of things underneath that. Like there's tons of things that we probably don't even know as us being woke and seeing everything. We probably don't even know all of it.
I mean, how crazy is it? And we'll end on this because that's how movie Disclosure Day. That they show evidence of UFOs and it's met with a collective.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because we're so numb to all the chaos that's going on.
Well, my thing with aliens, look, I obviously believe that there is life out there. I mean, to think that we're the only life in the entire universe is insane. Mm-hmm. My thing, too, though, is like, I'm not going to waste my time and energy. There's already so much going on in our own planet. And then you break it down to our own country, our own state, our own area. It just gets worse and it multiplies. It's like, I would be more than happy to have interplanetary friends, but I will wait until they actually get here.
Oh, they probably pass by and laugh at us.
I know. Why the fuck would they want to come here? Right. I'm like, dude, if you could go to like Saturn and like survive on that, that's where I would go. Like Saturn's cool. It's got those rings.
The aliens probably did come here and they taught Al Gore the internet, and Al Gore created the internet. I'm just totally joking here.
I know.
But then the internet comes in, and the internet is what's going to destroy us with AI and everything.
Do you think Al Gore will take credit for destroying everything? Then, if he took credit for inventing the internet, do you think he's going to be like, I destroyed the planet?
No.
It's true. It's true though. The AI and all of this is going to destroy us.
Oh, I hate AI.
Intelligence as it is.
I hate AI. I don't want anything to do with AI. Yeah. Like, I hope I'm dead before the robots take over. We can't even use social media correctly.
What makes them think we're going to use artificial intelligence correctly?
I hope I'm dead before they take over. I mean, I hate to sound morbid, but I'm like, I hope I'm dead before the robots take over.
Yeah, and
I don't want to live in a world like that.
All you have to do is, didn't you see the Terminator? Yeah. Don't you know how this ends?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've been telling us for years how this is going to end.
Of course, I've seen the Terminator. Like, oh wait, I can't talk about that on air because my real name. They always, like, everywhere I work, they're like, you've got the name of the Terminator. And I'm like, no, I don't. Like, it totally different last names.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Sarah part you got right, but no.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think that we're on a really bad track. We can't. people don't have control of themselves enough to use
Yeah.
social media correctly.
I don't.
They're not going to have control of AI. There's no way.
And the way that we've destroyed the planet, I really do think that there's no way back. And if there are aliens and they do want this planet, they're just going to sit back and wait for us to destroy ourselves and be like, all right.
I'm saying though, why would they want it? Like, there's better planets out there, maybe.
So
I love Earth, but I'm like,
back to being numb though. Like, you really think about it, like, people would rather record somebody getting the shit beat out of them than stop it. People would rather record somebody falling down and dying than stop it. Or jumping off a bridge than stop it.
Oh, she's got,
Yeah.
people would, I literally
Just to
was
put on
behind
social
a
media?
car. People would rather record a car on fire
Then get out and try and save somebody. Yes.
so they get likes. Well, then even like calling emergency services, recording, sitting there, holding up traffic, not even in the furthest right lane. The car's all the way over in the shoulder, and there's this poor family sitting there watching their car burn.
Yes.
And there's this bitch there's still this lane on this side of her, this lane on the right side of her. She's in the second lane. There's probably 5 lanes on the freeway because it's in California.
Yeah.
She's got her ass parked there. She was recording it, and everyone was having to go around her. But that fucking, I will call her a cunt. That cunt needed 1 million likes on her fucking YouTube channel.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Like Charlie Kirk's death. Let's just take that for an example. I had someone send me the video of him dying. And I immediately started crying. Immediately, I was like, why the fuck did you send me that? That is just horrible. Because you watch his life just go away in front of you, right?
Mm-hmm.
People shared that over and over. And there was no reaction except for right and left. There was no, oh my God, that person just lost their life.
Right.
If that were 30 years ago, 30 years ago, people would have been like, oh my God, how horrific.
I didn't like Charlie Kirk, but I was like,
That was horrific.
I was like, why did I watch that?
Yeah,
Why
I
did-
didn't
why did-
like him.
why did you-
I didn't like him either, but I go, this is what I thought about the video, because I got sent the video too. And I was like, this reminds me of the guys on Facebook that would post the videos of them hunting. I'm like, he literally got hunted.
And died right in front of us.
Like the deers, like the guys that will, and the
They
the
shot
blood
him
just starts dripping out. And I go, this looks like all those idiot fucking assholes. Look, I have no problem with people hunting. People, I always say, but if you're going to kill a cow, you better make a burger.
Right.
So you better use the meat. You better not be doing it just so you can have a trophy on your wall. Okay, fine. Eat the meat. But I don't need to see your video. You don't need to video you killing the
And they
animal.
made
I don't
money
need
off
to
of
see that.
Death. They made money off of a human death.
Right. And that's what his death looked like. It looked like he got hunted.
Yes.
I was like, this is disgusting.
Yes. Yes.
And I don't even like this guy. Fuck this guy for what he said about black pilots.
Right.
Fuck him.
His ideas
Fuck
were
everything.
horrible, but you.
But I
literally
don't
watched-
need to see him hunted.
No, we don't.
Even
need
though
to see,
I don't like this person.
we don't need to see like the reaction from the country was, let me share this to get likes and money off of it, instead of holy shit, this is not okay. Like, this could happen to any kind of activist or advocate that would be standing up there in front of a group of people advocating for something.
Mm-hmm.
That just says, oh, we can kill them. That's just no, that's not okay. And nobody condemned that. Nobody.
Right. This should not happen to a human being.
No, it should not, no matter who. Like, that that's how numb we are. That's sad.
We need to wrap this up because we're going a little bit long here. So we don't like to go too long because we end up losing listeners. Let's end it on this note. A good note. In Texas, the giraffe, Gracie, did you hear about the giraffe that got out in Texas?
Yes.
And some ranch in Texas. Right. They got Gracie. But how do we know Gracie just didn't want Bible study in the classroom? Like Gracie just wanted freedom from religion.
Yeah.
Or what if Gracie needed an abortion? She would have been put down.
Yeah.
They would have put her back at the ranch. But on a happy note, Gracie's back home.
Oh, good.
So there you go.
That's
One
so
good
sweet.
thing that happened in Texas
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you have to live in Texas, Gracie, but yes, I'm glad that you are back home. If you wanted to be there, but she might have wanted to not be there.
It's just a shame we
Yeah.
put down pit bulls for biting a child, but we don't put down men for hurting a child or convict them.
We could go on.
True.
We could go on all day.
Just the last spot.
And
Right.
and we just go back to the pedophile pizza employee. To clear my own name, I don't support pedophiles at all. I want them prosecuted. I don't want them at the White House. But I will always stick up for my transgender brothers, sisters, family, and the gay community. And that's all I did. Okay? And that's not supporting pedophilia. So, anybody who says that can fuck right
It's
the fuck
supporting
off.
freedom of expression and freedom of whoever you want to be. We live in a free country. That's supporting freedom and being a real patriot.
Well, and the idiot that made this post, so is
This person is somebody who
What
always be trying
does-
a fake
what
name on
does-
social media too.
what does pedophilia have to do with the transgender
It doesn't.
community
It
anyways?
doesn't. But this is a person.
I'm like, I don't understand how
So-
your brain works.
This is a person who hides behind a fake Facebook profile, like somebody that's not them. If you're gonna say something about somebody, say it with your entire chest and show who you are. You're just a coward at this point.
Right.
Just a coward. Like that person means nothing. Like
Well, that's,
he shows himself.
that's why,
Yeah.
like you said, the internet and everything
They're cowards.
has
And again, I'll ask this person, who did you vote for in the 2024 election? I'm sure it was Donald Trump. And you do, I hate to break
Support
this to you,
pedophilia.
you support a pedophile. A pedophile and a rapist at that.
Yes.
Adjudicated rapist. Okay?
and a con man who doesn't give a fuck about you.
The guy would not piss on you if you were on fire, just so you know.
Yeah.
He does not give a fuck about you. Watch The Apprentice, the movie, if you don't believe me.
Yes.
All right, and that wraps up this week's episode
Yeah.
of the TDS podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll talk to you
Bye,
later.
y'all.
Bye.